What if I showed you a unique stretch that can relieve your joint pain at the source in just minutes? Does that sound provocative? Controversial? Astonishing? It's all that and more. So if you suffer from any kind of joint pain in your knees, your back, your hips, even your neck and shoulders, this free presentation on how to greatly reduce, even eliminate your pain altogether may just be the most important health revelation you ever discover. If you don't want to prove this for yourself, without risking a penny, please stop listening now. I'm Jonathan Bender, and I was that NBA player forced by excruciating knee pain to retire from the Indiana Pacers. Then, I eliminated the cause of my pain so rapidly that when the New York Knicks offered me a contract, I played pain-free for them. You may have heard about how I did this on Bloomberg or Fox News, Forbes, the New York Times, or Sports Illustrated. And now, I'm going to share with you the unconventional techniques I created for myself, proven effective by other star NBA players. Techniques that relax, release, and reactivate your muscles, pulling pain out of your knees, your hips, your back, your shoulders, and neck like a tractor beam. So miraculously fast you may just jump in your car and drive to your doctor or therapist and shout, "Why didn't you know about the secret?" Probably sounds far-fetched, I know, because until now, this has been the exclusive province of highly paid professional athletes and sports medicine specialists. Big medicine has simply starved the average doctor and physical therapist of the time and knowledge to develop this expertise. Expertise that allows you to enjoy stability, mobility, and peace of mind unmatched by any drugs, surgery, or grueling physical therapy. In fact, David Little of Denver, Colorado says these codes changed his life in just days, after a decade of pain.
Hello there, my name is David, and I'd like to say a few words about Jonathan's secret codes. Now, I've been suffering from lower back pain and pain in my knees now for the last 10 years, and nothing seemed to work. And then I encountered Jonathan's secret codes. I was willing to try anything. I was desperate. But I've got to admit that after 2 to 3 days, the pain in my back certainly diminished, as did the pain in my knees. And it's a whole lot more comfortable to get about now. Now, I don't know what it is, but this thing works. So if you have the same problem as me, I'd have no hesitation at all in recommending Jonathan's secret codes. Thank you very much indeed. It's been a life changer.
And Christine of Fort Worth, Texas, shares her own emotional story about how these secret codes ended her pain and empowered her to shed 90 pounds of fat and live the pain-free, active life everyone deserves to enjoy.
My name is Christine from Fort Worth, Texas. I began using the Bender Code to help me lose weight and regain control of my health. Before using the Bender Code, I weighed 255 pounds and I had been put on medication for high blood pressure. Simple tasks such as walking a mile with some friends was a struggle and a lot of work. Using the Bender Code helped me gain some of the strength and endurance that I needed to where walking with some friends was no longer a struggle, to where they started having problems keeping up with me. Since using the Bender Code, I've lost 90 pounds and I have began not only just walking with friends, but I've began running 5Ks and winning them in my age group. I have done several half marathons and I'm currently training for my first full marathon.
All they needed was a few simple yet unique joint codes that I'm honored and delighted to have been able to share with them. And even though these extraordinary results sound exceptional, you're going to discover that they can be quite normal if you simply use the codes. You see, after playing for 2 NBA teams and working with some of the best orthopedists and physical therapists in the world, and a revelation from a most unexpected person in the most improbable place, I learned every joint has its own unique, devastatingly simple secret code. The specific muscles you relax, release, and reactivate in a specific and natural sequence. Once you start doing this, you will feel so good, you will naturally memorize the code. Like Cassandra Ann Brown of Houston, Texas.
I could just walk naturally and not have to think about the process during walking. I'm very relaxed and actually feel like I'm motivated to continue to wear this and do what I need to do, because obviously it's helping me.
These secret codes literally unlock your joints so pain can flow away like water down a drain. These secret codes are the natural workings of your joints, your body, and your mind. Secrets based on the shared wisdom of people like Charles Austin, a high jumper who conquered his own joint problems to win an Olympic gold. Dan Dyrick, basketball great Larry Bird's own doctor, who has also worked with Janet Jackson to treat old injuries. The amazing people at Purdue University's world-renowned Weldon School of Biomechanical Engineering. Mackie Shilstone, my own trainer and one of the most influential sports performance managers in the world. Mackie is a living legend for his ability to help pro athletes like Serena Williams remain competitive for years after they should have retired. And I'm also going to share a secret you would never expect me or any other athlete to say. It will blow your mind and totally change the way you think about your body, so you can release your joint pain in the next 24 hours. Secrets I distilled and refined into a system that works for almost anyone with any kind of joint pain, almost all the time. Can you imagine how you will feel when you can do the things you thought you might never be able to do again? Walk with your dog? Play with your children or grandchildren? Enjoy the activities you had to give up without drugs, ice packs, or surgery. That's not a fantasy. That was my reality, and David's and Christine's reality, and the reality of many more good people just like you. Now, we got a saying here in Texas, madder than a peach orchard boar. That's because you turn in the hogs to eat all the fallen fruit, which gets more than slightly alcoholic. So, naturally the hogs get highly upset if you interrupt their feeding frenzy. That's what big medicine thinks of your pain. And they'll do their best to force me to take down this presentation, so you'll want to watch it to the end today, while you still can. Again, I'm Jonathan Bender. After years of excruciating knee pain forced me to retire from the Indiana Pacers, I lost millions of dollars, and a sport I loved, because I was just 25, and all the cartilage between my knees was gone. I was grinding bone on bone with every step. Despite enduring multiple surgeries and rehab session after rehab session that didn't come close to resolving my underlying problems, I had every reason to believe I was doomed to a life of pain, numbed by drugs. And then, one day in the park, when I was feeling pretty sorry for myself, I watched an older woman walking. Her stride mesmerized me. Maybe she was sexy or elegant or plain or regal, I don't know. I know she had gray hair, or in the tummy that comes with having kids, and such a long, fluid stride she practically floated over the ground. To be honest, if she'd been a fast runner or really athletic, I wouldn't have noticed her. But she wasn't even in great shape. Yet, she moved as freely and easily as a playful child without injury or restriction, knocking the self-pity clean out of my head and making me think. Driven by sheer frustration and the terrifying thought of half a century of increasing pain and decreasing mobility, I immersed myself in biomechanics to learn the secret codes that made it possible for that older woman to float across the ground. Codes I soon realized were astonishingly simple, like the one I call the Hulk Hogan, because that's how fast it eliminates your hip pain. And you can do it in your favorite chair. Codes that eliminated the cause of my knee pain and healed me so well I rejoined the NBA, where I shared them with other athletes. Codes I began to share with my fans when they reached out to me for help for themselves or their loved ones. Codes that when I retired a second time, because as much as I loved basketball, I found my true calling, gave me the privilege of helping good people just like you, from their 20s all the way to their mid-90s, dramatically reduce and often completely eliminate knee, hip, back, neck, and shoulder pain. Even though everyone is different, even after cortisone shots, bushel baskets of drugs, surgery, even when they can barely walk, like Shelby Adams. I'm a high school club soccer player and have had ACL surgery and a stress fracture in my shin. After just a few weeks of using Jonathan's codes, I noticed improvement in my agility and running. My coaches have seen a big improvement in my quickness. I recommend any athlete wanting to improve in their sport to try the codes. If they work for me after ACL surgery, they can work for anyone. And Gloria's husband David enjoyed a remarkable recovery after just a few days of using the codes.
Hi, I'm Gloria Shields, and David had a hamstring pull that he got from a trip that we took overseas and a lot of walking up and down hills. And he was pretty much confined to the couch for nearly a month, not really able to walk on it. And when he started using Jonathan's code, he was able to get up and walk with it immediately and without much pain. And within about 2 days, he was able to actually walk around without using the code at all. But he still uses it periodically to help strengthen the leg.
If you're ready to serve your joint pain its eviction papers right now, I understand. So click the button below because there's only one way to improve that kind of pain relief. This. Take 60 days to decide it's everything I say it is. If for any reason you don't like it, even if you just hate my typeface, 100% refund, no questions asked. That's right. I assume all the risk because I think it's the only fair and just thing to do, don't you? I know of no doctor, pharmacist, or therapist who gives a guarantee like that. And if you want to hear a little more, I understand. You're wise. So please take your hand off the mouse and allow me to reward you with the secret knowledge that has already enabled tens of thousands of people just like you to free themselves from pain. Because I'm going to expose the 3 myths almost everyone with joint pain, knee pain, hip pain, back pain in your neck or shoulders is told will help them. Most of us believe them. I sure did. So don't feel bad, even though those myths only make joint pain worse. I'll replace each myth with a pain relief revelation that can add years of pain-free happiness to your life. Each has been tried and tested by high-level professional athletes under grueling conditions, then approved by ordinary people just like you. So you know they are more than effective, they're practical. Every pain relief revelation helps eliminate a cause of pain until we get to the deepest cause of all. And you can eliminate that too. Yes, surgery and artificial joints are more refined. Doctors are trained to minimize trauma and infection. MRIs, ultrasounds, and drugs are all better than ever. But staying pain-free and mobile really depends on things you can do for yourself. And I'm going to share them with you in this presentation right now. But I must warn you, some of these pain revelations may shock you, even anger you. And they should, because you deserve to know what you're doing wrong, so please listen to every word. Let's get started. Pain myth and pain relief revelation number 3. Surgery fixes joint pain. This myth is so insidiously harmful because when people are hurting enough, even a hip replacement seems like a good idea. Now, I'm not a doctor and I don't play one on the internet, so I'm not going to say you should never have surgery. Sometimes surgery is completely necessary, for example, to remove a piece of torn cartilage. But surgery can't fix the cause of torn cartilage. Even the physical therapy after surgery can't fix that cause. And artificial joints are never, ever as good as your natural joints. You never have the same range of motion, or the same sensation. And if you're young, overweight, do manual work, or play vigorous sports, you may have to go through the pain, the expense, and the rehab of joint replacement all over again. That's called a revision, and each revision is worse than the last, and sometimes revisions require bone grafts. The very idea of a bone graft is terrifying. Worst of all, many people who have joint surgery experience long-term pain that the surgery does not fix. In some cases, patients develop new pain. Sciatica, arthritis and lupus, multiple sclerosis, bursitis, tendon tears, muscle pulls, and more. I've heard from more people than I can shake a stick at, whose spine pain has been made worse by surgery. One of the most important things you can do to relieve joint pain is stop eating a certain type of sugar. And yes, you heard me correctly. There are many types of sugars, and a handful of them harm your joints rapidly. Let me explain. Sugar is pure, instant energy for every cell in your body. On average, we eat about 3 pounds per person per week of these added sugars. All this energy continually jolts your body like waves of electricity, making it impossible for you to relax, forcing your muscles to exert constant pressure on your joints, crushing and flattening the cartilage that allows your joints to glide over each other. But it gets worse. When sugar cross-links with the protein cartilage in your joints, it makes your cartilage brittle. This process is called glycation, and it rips, tears, and chips your cartilage, which, because it contains no blood vessels, can't easily repair itself. So surgery is often required to repair that damage, even though preventing it hurts so much less. And if you're like most of my clients, you'll probably be delightfully surprised by how much better you sleep and how much more energy you have when you eat less of this sugar. And when you discover pain revelation number 2, many clients are shocked to discover they were eating this sugar on a daily basis and, once they stopped eating it, found themselves losing weight practically effortlessly, which also helped their joints. You just got a very important tip for relieving joint pain. However, the next revelation might be hard for you to swallow, but here it is. Pain myth and pain relief revelation number 2. Drugs will fix joint pain. No, they don't, and they can't. Drugs can relieve and reduce inflammation, which can slow further damage, and that's great. But drugs can't repair the damage and the pain it causes. I'll also share with you a few medications that, over time, can degrade your mobility or, even worse, confine you to a wheelchair. Here's a few you might recognize. Aspirin and other NSAIDs, or nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, can be very hard on both your gut and your kidneys. Aspirin, the most common NSAID, can cause upper GI tract bleeding. Other NSAIDs can increase your risk of heart attack and stroke. And acetaminophen, or paracetamol, the active ingredient in Tylenol and other over-the-counter pain medications, can easily cause liver damage if you exceed the recommended dosage, especially if you drink, which is a pretty normal way of coping with chronic pain. Opioids, which are very effective for some types of pain, like cancer pain, can actually make other types of pain worse. There's also the risk of addiction, the reality of constipation, and the increased risk of falls. Who wants that? Now, if you're like most people, you've probably suffered from back pain at some point or another. Maybe even asked your doctor for help with it. So tonight, I'd like you to enjoy a very warm bath adding 3 teaspoons of Aztec sea salt. It's full of minerals that help the very warm water deeply relax your muscles, ligaments, and tendons, much better than any heating pad or compress. If you have it, go ahead and add some lavender essential oil to that water. Guys, do the same, trust me. Lavender doesn't smell sweet. It's actually a classic ingredient in men's colognes that both men and women find calming and soothing, which is seriously important when you're dealing with chronic pain. When you've relaxed in that deep heat, place your feet flat against the wall of the tub and, keeping your legs flat on the bottom, lean forward as far as you can. You should feel strain in your leg muscles and lower back, not pain. You especially want to feel your glutes. Those are the big muscles in your butt that support your lower back, and hamstrings, the muscles in the back of your thighs. Hold this for 20 to 30 seconds. Relax for about a minute. Then repeat once or twice more. Congratulations, you've just begun a code sequence that can unlock your lower back. Your spine is a long series of joints. Even more important codes are coming. Pain myth and pain relief revelation number 1. This myth really fires me up because it's absolutely devastating. Rest will fix joint pain. No. Lack of activity always makes joint pain worse, and by that I do not mean, oh, just go take a walk. Not when getting out of bed plain hurts, because I've been there, at the top of the stairs, sweating, knowing the agony waiting for me. Here's how your body is designed to work. Your joints allow your bones to move. Your bones provide the structure for your muscles, while your muscles carry your weight. And muscle is not just for bodybuilders. Man or woman, nature designed you to carry a lot of lean, stretched muscle. Muscle absorbs shock and protects your bones from gravity. Strong, stretched muscle allows your joints to glide smoothly and painlessly over each other, even if all the cartilage is already worn away. So you can float through your days at a walk or a run. When you are inactive, your muscles weaken in a process called deconditioning. Deconditioned muscle allows gravity to jam your bones together to grind away at your cartilage and then each other. And now I'm going to reveal the secret pain relief method you never imagined. You may have heard the saying, pain is weakness leaving the body. In other words, if you want to be strong, you have to suffer. But when it comes to joint pain, that's flat out false. Joint pain is caused by gravity forcing weak muscles to exert excess tension and pressure on joints. And you can break that cycle without pain. All you have to do is allow your body to do what it was designed to do. Strength and flexibility run joint pain right out of your body. That day long ago, when I saw that older woman in the park, I studied her, watched how she carried herself. I soon realized she carried herself with her muscles, not her bones. So I started asking, do my bones carry me, or do my muscles? I realized I was carrying myself on my bones, so my joints were forced to grind together. I began to ask myself, how do you activate muscle? Even though your muscles are tight and tense and knotted from pain and injury, how can you release those knots so muscle becomes smooth and strong again, allowing the joints to glide easily and freely? How can you do it without hurting even more? Once I started asking the right questions, the answers started coming. Soon, I was creating my own rehab program that led painlessly right back to the NBA, with the greatest leg strength of any player on the team. Now, let's recap what you've learned. Artificial sugar makes joint pain worse, and can even cause joint damage. Warming and stretching the right muscles in the right order releases pressure on your joints, so they glide, not grind. Carrying your weight with your muscles prevents your joints from being jammed together by gravity. That may sound like a lot of science, but it's all neatly packed inside the secret joint pain relief codes, so they're simple and effective. The exact same secret codes to joint pain relief I used to return to the NBA as a pro basketball player with the greatest leg strength of any player on my team and play the entire 2009 season pain-free, despite having no cartilage in either knee. Except better. Because I created the secret joint pain relief codes only after I shared the codes with other pro athletes, and knew the program was safe and effective under the most rigorous possible conditions. Because as much as I love basketball, basketball is a game. When I was rehabbing myself, I realized I was a warrior against pain, one of our most ancient enemies. That was when I realized nothing would ever be as satisfying as helping other people with their own victories. When I accepted this about myself, I knew I simply had to create a practical program for real people living real lives. Whether you're in such pain you can barely get out of bed, a boomer or a weekend warrior who never got the memo about getting older and wants to make sure you never do, without expensive exercise machines, going under the knife, or munching drugs, and absolutely without increased suffering, simply by freeing your natural strength and flexibility in your own home or hotel room on your own time and at your own pace, literally in minutes, enabling you to transform your life, as Mrs. Vennie Davis Scott of Atlanta, Georgia did. Greetings, Jonathan. Being an active 52-year-old child care owner, mother, and grandmother, it was very difficult for me to experience losing my independence of operation, my motor skills. The daily pain that was occurring in my hips and lower back was unexplainable. Unable to exercise, not even simple exercises like toe touches, etc. Run my daily course. It had become difficult to walk, sit, or stand without pain. Great pain. Because these things were impossible, my weight shot up from 145 pounds to 240 pounds. After seeking help from numerous doctors about the pain, I was quickly diagnosed with osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, and of course obesity. These diagnoses were treated with counsel, medication, and physical therapy. Unfortunately, neither were helping to relieve the pain. I prayed to God to please help me, because the pain was too much to bear. One day, my son, Brian Davis, was talking about Jonathan's Codes program, suggesting I give it a try too. Well, I said, nothing else is working, why not? I tried the program, and after one day, I was given a light relief. So I worked the codes every day for 1 month along with changing my eating habits slightly. It was amazing what happened next. Not only was I able to walk around the house, I was able to exercise again. Exercises I wasn't able to do in therapy. I started running 6 miles a day on my elliptical. My life started to take shape again. Went back to my doctor's appointment. He asked what was I doing because my weight had dropped from 240 pounds to 175 pounds in the matter of a few short months. I know this sounds crazy, but I promise you it's the truth. Jonathan's Codes put my mindset in beast mode. It wasn't anything I could not accomplish. It started with prayer. God led me to this program. With motivation and determination, I am working towards complete healing. The pain is no longer unbearable. So, I am your biggest fan, Jonathan, praying for you daily that God will allow you the knowledge in your secret codes to bless someone else as they have blessed me. Thank you so much. Sincerely yours, Vennie Davis Scott. Reverend David Allard Duplantier of New Orleans, Louisiana, put his own pain in remission. I had off and on knee pain for a few years, and after using Jonathan's Codes, I can now do anything that I couldn't do before, and I am pain-free. Thank you, JB. Reverend David Allard Duplantier, Dean of the Cathedral of the Episcopal Diocese of Louisiana. Sully Wheeler of New York also liberated herself from pain.
Hi, my name is Sally. I suffered a car accident 2 years ago now, and it left me with real lower back and sciatica issues. I've tried physical therapy and pain just seems to continue all the time. But after using Jonathan's Codes for just 2 days, my pain has greatly decreased. I can't remember the last time my body felt this good.
Right now, when you click the Add to Cart button below, you can have the secret joint pain relief codes at a very special, limited time only price. You're also going to get 2 surprise bonuses that I'll get to in just a moment, complete with a 100% double guarantee. What does that mean? It means that you can examine the secret joint pain relief codes at no risk to yourself. 1. If you dislike anything about the secret joint pain relief codes, the colors, the fonts, the graphics, I will refund your money. 100%. No questions asked. My email and phone number will be on your receipt, and I'm very easy to get a hold of. 2. Use the secret joint pain relief codes for up to 60 days. If you are unsatisfied at any time during those 60 days, for any reason at all, I will refund your money. 100%. No questions asked. I only ask, for your own sake, that you give the codes an honest try, because they can't help you if you don't do them. So here's what you get in the secret joint pain relief codes. You get the code to the I can do this game-changing mindset of a great athlete. Every great athlete has this attitude. The fact that you've listened to this presentation tells me you can develop this mindset too. I've already helped tens of thousands of people just like you find their motivation to live free of pain. Imagine what it will be like when you can enjoy the things you thought you'd given up, forever, without pain. Or the first time something perfectly ordinary, like going downstairs, doesn't hurt. When you find your fears of being unable to live independently are fading each day of improved mobility. As your coach, I can help you live like that again, if you want me to. Because you also get the secret codes to unlock each joint in your body, so your body can release pain like water draining away. I'll lead you through each code to relax your muscles, release any knots you might have, and re-engage your muscles in the proper sequence, so you can move with power and grace through your day. And yes, you heard me right. Even if your muscles are full of knots, you're going to give those knots their eviction notice. These codes are so simple, so natural, so pleasant for your body, they'll soon become second nature. So you can apply them anytime you need to, wherever you are, at home, at work, or on the road. And then, because most people, whether they have knee trouble or not, find their knees getting weaker and ouchier, slowing them down and limiting them, you'll get a very special code just for your IT band, the iliotibial band in your knees. This code will turn your knees into your greatest ally for strength, mobility, and balance. That code alone can save you thousands of dollars in copays for a knee replacement. But don't worry, you won't pay nearly that much, even though you're also going to get legendary coach Mackie Shilston's secret code for strong, free, open, flexible hips. This is Mackie's secret to staying young and limber forever. Now, Mackie is a legend for more than just training people like tennis wonder Serena Williams, great Denver Broncos quarterback Peyton Manning, Bernard Hopkins, the only boxer to win a title at 50. Mackie is also legendary because clients who are decades younger, like me, train for weeks just to keep up with him. So you know, he knows what he's talking about. This code has revolutionized my life. It does the same for everyone I share it with. And now, it can do the same for you too. The value of that code is several more thousands of dollars in copays for a hip replacement, not to speak of all the pain that leads up to a hip replacement or a revision. But you won't pay anything close to that amount either. Even though you'll also get a delicious, clean eating plan that nourishes your muscles and protects the cartilage in your joints. Every recipe is tasty enough for the pickiest eater. Easy on your schedule and your wallet. Delicious recipes like fresh salsa, berry joint protector smoothies, savory dinner recipes such as lemon rosemary chicken and white bean and chicken chili bianca. Vegan-friendly roasted chickpeas are a fab alternative to packaged snacks. Plus, some indulgent desserts that I'm keeping secret for now. But I gotta tell ya, my blueberry and blackberry parfait protein blaster makes a decadent breakfast, along with a complete 7-day meal plan to get you in the habit of eating great food that's good for you, free of the devastating sugars that you need to remove from your kitchen cabinet today. You have every right to think this will be a very expensive program, because I've spent years of my life and tens of thousands of dollars learning the secret joint pain relief codes, then turning them into a tried and tested program. Because the secret joint pain relief codes can easily save you literally thousands of dollars for medical treatments that simply can't solve the cause of your joint pain. Because if you've been suffering joint pain, even if you don't pay a dime in copays, you know how much pleasure and joy you've been deprived of. And because the secret joint pain relief codes can even prevent you from developing any joint pain. I've had business advisors tell me I should charge $500 for a program I guarantee will dramatically reduce your pain. Maybe even eliminate it altogether. I won't repeat what I told them. Let's just say you're not going to pay half of that, or half of that, or even $60, which some people tell me is their copay for a single physical therapy session. For a limited time only, your price for the secret joint pain relief codes is just $37.99. This is a special introductory price, so grab it before it goes away. Click the button below to start relieving your pain right now. You'll be taken to a secure order form, protected by state-of-the-art encryption technology, where you can enter your information. And when you do, you will get 2 very special bonuses. Bonus number 1, meditation for stress relief. Now, maybe you might think that meditation is a boring waste of time. I did. But I soon realized just a few minutes meditating every day actually gave me hours of productive energy. Seems crazy, but this is how. Meditation helps you calm your mind, so it doesn't race like a hamster trapped on a wheel. Then, meditation does even more, by reducing stress. You see, stress doesn't just upset you emotionally. It floods you with the powerful hormone cortisol, which affects your entire body. These high levels of cortisol can cause tension headaches, ulcers, sleeplessness, muscle and joint pain, and high blood pressure. And in our busy modern society, stress seems never ending. Meditation frees your mind to focus on the things you need to do, eliminating causes of stress, naturally lowering cortisol production so you can relax more during the day. And at night, you can fall asleep faster, sleep more deeply, and awake more refreshed. Because deep, reparative, restorative sleep is when your body heals the damage that the day does. Deep sleep is so important to your mental and physical health that if it were a drug, it would be an honest-to-goodness miracle. Meditation for stress relief allows you to enjoy that sleep without side effects, and most people find it actually works faster than pills. Bonus number 2, easy yoga for full body healing. Now, maybe yoga isn't part of your self-image. If it isn't, I understand. I understand because it's definitely not part of mine either. But I do yoga anyway. And I'm pretty sure it will help you the same way it helps me and so many others. Why? You now know that the secret cause of joint pain is weak muscles. But what you may not know is that weak muscles force the weak muscles opposite them to tighten and overcompensate. And those tight muscles pull your body out of its natural alignment, exerting more pressure and pain on your joints. Unless you specifically reverse that process, overcompensation often causes extreme pain, long after the original injury is healed, in places you would never suspect. Like this gentleman, who preferred not to give his name, but still wants you to know how you too can feel better today. About 30 years ago, I injured my knee playing baseball. Over the course of the years, arthritis set in. About 6 or 7 years ago, I had a total knee replacement, but from the overcompensation of my knee injury, my back was bothering me. And immediately, I felt the back pain alleviate. My back didn't hurt at all. I feel like my body is a lot more balanced, step by step, wasn't favoring one side over the other. Yoga is simply the best method I've ever found for rebalancing your entire body, and easy yoga for full body healing makes it practical for almost everyone. The secret joint pain relief codes with the bonus meditation for stress relief and easy yoga for full body healing is your complete code to a youthful, mobile, energetic, pain-free life at any age. So go ahead and click the button below now to start eliminating your pain for good, right now, at the source, without expensive and inadequate physical therapy or risky painful surgery, or getting into that hydrotherapy pool you almost hate because you know pain is going to leap on you the moment you step out, or drugs that wreck your tummy and mush your brain. As for steroids like prednisone, yuck. Just yuck. Because the secret joint pain relief codes correct and eliminate the underlying causes of all joint pain. So click the button below to begin relaxing your tight muscles, releasing your knotted muscles, and re-engaging all your muscles to support your joints so you can move normally, naturally, painlessly. Because, like most people, you can enjoy substantial relief after 15 to 20 minutes a day in just 1 to 2 days of using the joint pain codes. And you know that my 100% guarantee completely protects you from all risk because you have 60 days to get 100% of your money back for any reason at all, just for the asking. You'll get the secret joint pain relief codes with the meditation for stress relief and easy yoga for full body healing bonuses at the special, limited time only price of $37.99. The true value of the secret joint pain relief codes is that they can totally eliminate the reduced mobility and lower quality of life you probably think is an inevitable part of growing older. This is a value you can't put a price on. So if you're afraid of giving up activities you love, if you're afraid another fall may be the end of independent living or your life, you can begin turning it all around today. You can live without fear. Because you can start to move, once again, with strength and ease through your days. Your pain vastly reduced, even entirely eliminated, without shelling out good money for symptomatic treatments that can't possibly address the causes of your pain. Because the secret joint pain relief codes help you eliminate the muscular weakness, tension, and overcompensation that cause joint pain, so you can enjoy rapid, profound, and long-lasting relief. Go ahead and click the button below now to get the secret joint pain relief codes with the meditation for stress relief and easy yoga for full body healing bonuses, so you can unlock your entire body, releasing joint pain like water draining away. And grab this special introductory price that's less than some physical therapy copays. There's no reason to wait. I don't want you to come back here and be disappointed to realize that the price has gone up. And I really don't want you to spend another day in pain, because every day your joints grind together damages your cartilage and even your bones. So why suffer more if you don't have to? Or even completely prevent joint pain before it hurts you and diminishes the quality of your life. Because everyone is different, but most people enjoy significant pain relief just by applying these codes for 15 to 20 minutes for 1 or 2 days. Relief that builds every time you apply the code. Relief with no copays or side effects whatsoever. So click the button below to serve your joint pain its eviction papers. And do so knowing that I completely protect you from any risk. Use it for 60 days. If you're unhappy for any reason at all, it's free. I can't make it fairer than that. Go ahead and click the button below right now to get the secret joint pain relief codes with the meditation for stress relief and easy yoga for full body healing bonuses. Begin releasing your pain today. Because the only thing you have to lose is your pain. Still with me? I know you may have a few questions, so I'll answer the most common ones. Here's a common question. Do I need any equipment to use these codes? Nope. They use your own body weight. You may like a mat, and some people like to use tennis balls or similar objects to help eliminate muscle knots, but I designed them to work alone. Another frequent question, can I use these codes even if I'm older or have health issues such as heart disease or diabetes? Yes. If you have a medical condition or physical condition, please talk to your doctor before starting this program. However, this is designed to be absolutely safe and effective for just about everyone. Does it work with all kinds of pain? It's designed to work with only joint pain, whether you've been in an accident, have a disease such as osteoarthritis, or think joint pain is just part of aging. Another question? Those recipes sound great. You're sure I don't need to be a good cook? Absolutely. If you can read this and boil water, those recipes will turn out great. How many payments do you charge me? Only one. Is my financial information safe? Absolutely. ClickBank processes your payment and secures your information with the best practices and encryption technology available. And finally, is my purchase guaranteed? Yes, totally. You get 60 days to try the secret joint pain relief codes. If at any time, for any reason, during those 60 days, you are unhappy with the program, please email me at support@jointpainreliefcodes.com so I can refund 100% of your money. No questions asked. I just ask that you give the secret joint pain relief codes an honest try. And you can keep your free gifts. So go ahead and click the button below now, and let's get started.